It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Commanders and the Buccaneers, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot. Raymond James. Here's the punter, Jake Camarda, set to do the honors, and off we go now from Tampa. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed. Played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile, and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
Brissett going to go to the air right away. And incomplete to open things up. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Brissett. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. From the 36, Brissett. And his throw is incomplete. Failure to connect on 2nd down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Brissett. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So the Bucs now in great shape to begin their initial possession. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Throw it. Brissett. Quick slant. Dotson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now Brissett. And he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by the Logan Thomas touchdown catch. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here. Buying time to his left. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now they try the right side here. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Let's go. Let's do this, offense. It's a good place today.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's got room. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On first down, right back to Gibson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett. That one is slants to McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following to pick up a 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Gibson. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Play action now. Brissett. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And look at this. He's going to keep it.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just noticed special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake for Brandon. Don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it, and they were ready for it and stopped it.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing in 7-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
No score, D.
First down, Brissett. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
They put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did it in a big way there.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
To throw is Brissett. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Second long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction.
Does that move exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Washington on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Brissett sets to throw it. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, that shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Here's Tressway now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
But Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's first and goal. Looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks as they get the field goal to drive a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Flush to his right.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt.
That's pulled in at the 32. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
The Tampa Bay offense set to go again.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They're going to look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts,
as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first two quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they too didn't do a whole lot in terms of rushing efficiency in that first half. As you can tell.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Yeah, they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Back to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. First possession of the second half now for Washington. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bates. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Gibson. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, but that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Brissett now. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
All right, say it with me now. There's a lot of different words we can come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty.
Yep.
Wiley. Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Brissett. Thomas has got it. Complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On third down, Brissett. Able to connect with Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Brissett. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Brissett again. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And brought down, but the juke, a very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
A first down throw for Brissett. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel D. And the Buccaneers will take over here just shy of the 30. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Jonathan Allen in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a hit left of the 39. Brissett from the gun on 3rd. They'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 2nd and 5. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Brissett. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jonathan Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw.
escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could. But let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
The Washington offense set to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Levante David in on the tackle.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Now Brissett.
Throw right side complete to Dotson.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
A handoff for Gibson.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Once more, Gibson.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Commanders,
they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.